Welcome back into the broadcasting booth for the first time this season. I'm Noah Helget. Nick Garst behind the camera, bringing you tonight's action, brought to you by Salina Post and on Salina Post Sports Network. Tonight's game between the St. John's Blue Jays out of Beloit is brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine. Last year, this contest, a rescheduled one in February, Sacred Heart taking that one 46-43. We turned the tables to 25. A little different team and a little different approach this season, as I talked to Coach Carl Hines before here. Entering his 5th season, he said minimizing turnovers and winning under the basket is going to be crucial tonight in this first game of the season. And as he noted, we'll see a little bit more of a rotation than normal. Only losing 2 from last year's squad, and something that I highlighted and is huge for this year's team, they are returning 4 out of 5 starters from last season. 3 of those 5, the leading scorers on that squad, are back. We turn to Beloit St. John's. They lost 1 of their leading scorers. They are also returning 4 out of 5 starters as well. Linnell Gingler, the lone senior on their squad, they are coached by Leah Bergman. We'll take a short timeout and be back with pregame and the starting lineups here on Salina Post, brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine.
Thing we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Welcome back into the broadcasting booth. I'm Noah Helget here on Salina Sports Network, brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine. And we'll start with St. John's starting lineup. As I said earlier, the Lady Blue Jays being coached by Leah Bergman, they will start a 5'5 junior in Ava Brummer, 5'6 junior in Kendra Gingler, as well as a 5'8 sophomore in Addison Bergman. Their lone senior on the squad, a 5'8 Linnell Gingler, and rounding out the starting lineup for the Lady Blue Jays, a 5'5 junior Christiana Niewald. A team, not many seniors, just that one. A pretty good junior class and a lot of youngins coming up through the pipeline for Beloit St. John's. Starting lineup for your Sacred Heart Lady Knights, a little different starting lineup, as Coach Hines will start his sharpshooting junior that stands 5'5", Addie Lee. Emmy Lee, a 5'5 freshman, will get her first start tonight, the sister of Addie. Our first senior tonight, a 5'7", Skylar Douglas, one of the leading scorers from last year's team. Their second senior, a 5'8", Nicole Richards, and rounding out the starting lineup, a 5'11 junior in Eden Sharpton. The Lady Knights finishing their season 10-10 last year, looking to bounce back in a tough two-way season. It'll be fun to watch as they bounce back, getting a little bit different rotation and getting some other girls playing. It's going to be huge to get that bench moving and scoring in a crucial time this year, as the Beloit St. John's Lady Blue Jays, come in for the first game tonight. We'll take a break and be back with Tip here on Salina Post, brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your choice, past, present, and future.
Welcome back into the Salina Regional Sports Medicine radio booth. I'm Noah Helgett. Nick Garst bringing you tonight's action on the live stream, brought to you by Salina Post on Salina Post Sports Network. The starting lineup's underway. Here tonight, the Lady Knights getting ready to start their season off on the right foot, playing the Lady Blue Jays from Beloit St. John's. Lady Knights wearing their home white, gold numerals, and gold stripes down the side. Beloit St. John's in their away blues, bordered in black and white down the side. Two teams very fun to watch. Two teams the same boat of leadership, lots of upperclassmen in that junior to senior area. We will see tonight if the rotation and the young ones starting for Coach Hines, see how they do against some of these upperclassmen of Beloit St. John's. We'll take a short break. Tip off next here on Salina Post.
Where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Welcome back into the Salina Regional Sports Medicine radio booth. The refs have the game ball, and we are ready to start tonight's first contest of the season, as Linnell Gingler and Eden Sharpton will jump, both in the center circle. The moment everybody's been waiting for, the tip-off of the season, and it's underway. Sacred Heart gets the control. Skylar Douglas with it. In transition, moving left to right. She'll kick it off to Addie Lee. Addie over to her sister, Emmy Lee. Douglas has it near side. Richards hands it off to Lee. Addie Lee baseline. Her shot no good. Bounces off the rim and board brought in by Addison Bergman. Brummer in transition. Losing it. Emmy Lee. Great defense. They finally get it past half court. Brummer with it. She'll go far side. Kicks it off to Kendra Gingler. Kendra Gingler kicking it down to Newald. Her shot no good. It gets the rebound, and it gets kicked off the Lady Blue Jays. The Lady Knights will take over here. 7:20 here in the first. No score. Richards kicks it off to Addie Lee. Addie Lee takes it, controls it, kicks it over to Emmy Lee. Skylar Douglas, top of the key. Trying to find somebody down low. Eden Sharpton gets the feed. Gets stuck baseline. and she is called with a travel, and Sacred Heart commits their first turnover tonight. Brummer inbounds it for Lady Blue Jays. Newald kicks it off to Gingler. Linnell Gingler back out to Newald. Round the horn to Addison Bergman. Her shot nowhere near it. Addie Lee gets the rebound, and she's called with the travel coming down. No score here. 6:50 on the clock here in the first. And a foul was called on the inbound. A blocking foul was called on Kendra Gingler. She commits her first personal, first team tonight. Lady Knights trying to find their first score tonight. Addie Lee has it, far side. She'll kick it on over to Skylar Douglas. Douglas being guarded very well. Lady Blue Jays bringing their defense tonight. Richards, her three is no good. Board fought for, and Lady Blue Jays come down with it as Skylar Douglas trying to fight back, gets a jump ball, the possession arrow going to the Lady Blue Jays. Bergman inbounding underneath their basket. The Knights basket, excuse me. Brummer in transition, getting trapped. Emmy Lee gets it tipped back, and they cannot handle it. It's sticking with the Lady Blue Jays. No score. Minute and a half gone by. Ava Brummer. She'll take it across midcourt. Hustling far side. And called with a double dribble. And the Lady Blue Jays commit their first turnover of tonight. Still no score. 6:17 left to go in the first. Addie Lee hustling down the court with it. Kicks it on over to Skylar Douglas. Douglas takes it baseline. She'll put up a shot. Bounces off the glass and rim. And board brought in by Linnell Gingler. Gingler will take it down the court. She'll take it high post. Stuck with it. Kicks it back out to Bergman. Bergman down low to Linnell again. And her shot is good. Linnell Gingler puts St. John's Beloit on the board first. Douglas trying to answer. Sure, her layup will go. Skylar Douglas scores for the first time and puts the Knights on the board. As the Lady Blue Jays struggling with it, turns it over, and the Lady Knights have it again. Skylar Douglas with it. Lee, her first three of the season, bounces off, and board brought in by the Lady Blue Jays in Addison Bergman. Ava Brummer taking it down the court. Kicks it off to Gingler. They cannot control it. And a kickball violation was called on the Knights. Ball sticking with the Lady Blue Jays. Two sisters on the court. That's Kendra Gingler and Linnell Gingler. Linnell being the senior for the Lady Blue Jays. Linnell gets the feed. She'll drive down into the paint, puts her shot up, air balls, and Addie Lee there to grab it. She's hustling down court, trying to find somebody. Finds her sister Emmy. Emmy Lee takes it, baseline, kicks it back out to Skylar Douglas. She thinks about the three ball. No, she'll drive, and she will score. Skylar Douglas now with 4. 4-2, Lady Knights leading. 4:50 left to go here in the first. Skylar Douglas gets the steal, and she gets the score. Skylar Douglas now with 6. Coming off the Lady Blue Jays turnover, 6-2. The Lady Knights leading. 4:46 left to go in the first, and Coach Leah Bergman wants a timeout, and we'll take that timeout with you here on Salina Post, brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine.
Comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at Southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Welcome back into the radio booth. I'm Noah Helgett. Nick Garst behind the camera. Coming out of Coach Bergman's timeout. The Lady Knights on a 6-0 run. 6-2 the score. Lady Knights leading. 4:40 left to go in the first. As the Blue Jays trying to get it across midcourt. The Lady Knights playing great defense here in the first going. As Eden Sharpton picks up her first foul on a reach-in as the Lady Blue Jays trying to get it across half court. Bergman will inbound it. She'll kick it off to Ava Brummer. Brummer taking it near side. Baseline. She'll drive. She'll put up a shot, and it goes in. Wow. She was nearly behind the basket, but still inbounds there on the baseline, and it goes. Ava Brummer gets her first score to go. Emmy Lee has it for the Lady Knights. She'll drive. Gets stuck down low. And a whistle. Blue 2, that's Ava Brummer. She picks up her first personal. Second team. And Skylar Douglas will inbound it under the basket. Slaps the ball, everybody goes. Moving. She'll inbound it to Emmy Lee. Emmy Lee back out to Eden Sharpton. Around the horn to Addie Lee. Skylar Douglas, near side corner. She'll drive. She'll kick it back out to Emmy Lee. Emmy Lee's three will go! Emmy Lee, the freshman, gets the first three ball to go for the Lady Knights. As the Lady Blue Jays nearly turn it over, they get it, and they do turn it over. Addison Bergman gets the inbound, throws it nearly half court, gets the handle, and travels with it as they commit their fourth turnover of tonight here with 3:53 left to go. Lady Knights leading 9-4. Addie Lee has it at midcourt. She'll kick it over to Nicole Richards. The freshman at Emmy Lee has it. Now Addie has it far side. A deep three ball. Bounces off the iron and boards. Battled for. Skylar Douglas comes down with it. She's hustling baseline. Kicks it back out and saves it. Nicole Richards has it for the Lady Knights. Kicks it over to Addie Lee. And another whistle. Not sure what the whistle there, my fault. But the Blue Jays have it. No foul. Not sure what the deal was there. The first stumping I've had this season. Many more to come, I'm sure. But the Lady Blue Jays have it in transition. Brummer kicks it over to Linnell Gingler. Newald shoots the high post shot. It does not go. She gets her own rebound, putting it back up, and Christiana Newald, her rebound. She gets the rebound, puts the shot back up, does not go, but she's going to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws with 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. That foul was on Nicole Richards, her first personal, and that's the team's second. Newald's first free throw is up and good. The third score for the Lady Blue Jays. Her first good. Her second is up and goes in. Christiana Newald with her first two of tonight's contest. The Lady Knights in transition. Lee hustling down court, far side. She'll kick it off to Emmy Lee. Emmy Lee near side, bringing it back around to her sister Addie. Addie kicks it off over into the corner to Richards. Richards off to Emmy Lee. Emmy Lee, another three, does not go. And Skylar Douglas hustling down into the paint to get the rebound. She battles for it. And the possession arrow stays with the Lady Knights. Great hustle by the senior in Skylar Douglas. Skylar with 6 so far. 6 of the 9. Addie Lee has it, far side corner. Skylar Douglas, a 3-ball. Bounces off the back iron and rebounded by Jaden Arnoldy. nearly throwing it away. It's last touched by the Knights. Substitution coming in, that was number 15, Jaden Arnoldy. She is a 5'3" sophomore, getting some playing time here in the early going. As Bergman trying to feed it down low to Kendra Gingler, and they turn it over for a 5th time tonight here in the first quarter. Lady Knights have it midcourt. Addie Lee calling out the play. Scanning, looking, kicks it off to Campa. Campa down low to Douglas. Backdoor pass does not go, and board brought in by Ava Brummer. Ellie Campa now in for the Lady Knights. As the Lady Blue Jays in transition, turn it over again, hustling down court. Addie Lee throwing it down to a wide open Skylar Douglas, and they cannot get it to go. With 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter, the score 9-6, Sacred Heart on top. The Lady Blue Jays will inbound it. Ava Brummer has it. Lady Knights playing lockdown defense here in the early going. Nicole Richards on the ball handler, Bergman. Bergman trying to kick it off to Brummer. Brummer was not ready. Emmy Lee gets it. She kicks it to Douglas. Douglas puts up the shot. It goes. And she was fouled going up, and she'll get her first chance at the charity stripe tonight. Skylar Douglas, a chance for a 3-point play to extend the lead to 6. Douglas at the free throw line. Christiana Newald checking back in for the Lady Blue Jays. Douglas, her free throw, bounces off. Ellie Campa gets the rebound for the Lady Knights, stuck in the corner. Coach Hines trying to call a timeout, and they don't give it to him as the Lady Knights loses the ball handle. And the Lady Blue Jays have it. Minute 38 left to go in the first quarter. Coach Hines gets the timeout he wanted before that ball went out of bounds. He's not happy, but he gets it called with a minute 38 left to go in the first quarter, a 30-second timeout. The Lady Knights leading 11-6, and we'll keep it here to thank some of our sponsors, Sage Products. Sage Products of Salina is your supplier for janitorial products for your business or home. From paper towels to soap and items from ceiling to floor, you will see products from Sage. You can get the same home field advantage at your home or office by visiting SageSelects.com. The Billings Group. Fans, don't forget to check out our Salina Post Facebook page and SalinaSports.com on Twitter after the game to see video highlights from all around the area. Proudly presented by the Billings Group. Ava Brummer inbounds it for the Lady Blue Jays. Brummer kicking it off to Arnoldy. Arnoldy hustling down the court in the paint, puts up a shot, does not go, misses huge. And Skylar Douglas gets the rebound. Skylar hustling down court, finds an open Emmy Lee, kicks it off to Addie Lee. Addie Lee's three-pointer goes. Addie Lee gets her first point of the season to go with a three-pointer as they extend the lead out by 8, 14-6. A minute 10 left to go in the first quarter. Lots of defense here in the early going. Has a foul called on the Lady Knights. That's Skylar Douglas picking up her first personal. That's a third team. As Ava Brummer will throw it in for the Lady Blue Jays. Douglas, Addie Lee, Emmy Lee, Ellie Campa, and Nicole Richards all on the court for the Lady Knights. As Richards gets a block underneath, Skylar Douglas gets it. She's hustling, being double teamed. She gets out of it, trying to move, hustle, looking for somebody. She gets it back out to Richards. Emily Lee now has it. Lee kicks it around to Addie Lee. Nicole Richards has it top of the key. Trying to find a play. Richards has it. Hands it off to Emmy Lee. Emmy Lee, she'll drive, kicks it back out to Addie Lee. Trying to waste some time. They want to have the last shot of the quarter. Emmy Lee around the corner to Addie. Just playing pass around, wasting some time here. 24 seconds left to go. Up by 8, 14-6. As Douglas, no, she wastes no time. A three ball goes and bounces off, and board brought in by Linnell Gingler. 13 seconds and ticking here in the first quarter. Gingler not being able to get past half court. She does. Emmy Lee, the 5'5" freshman, playing great defense here in this one. as Arnoldy trying to find Newald down low, and Ellie Campa gets that as the Lady Blue Jays turn it over once again, ending the first quarter. As Holly Bonillo checks in for the Lady Knights, as well as Eden Sharpton checking back in. 14-6, the Lady Knights on top. We'll take a short break and be back with second quarter action here on Salina Post, brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine.
At Maori Women's Clinic, we're here for women and what matters most to them. From understanding your monthly cycles to growing a family or navigating menopause and everything in between. Our experienced team of OBGYNs include Drs. Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, Rosh, and Jones. Maori Women's Clinic is located in Salina, and we invite you to come experience a team that values expertise, care, and compassion, because you matter more at Maori.
Welcome back into the booth. Second quarter action just moments away from starting as the Lady Knights get the lead going into the end of the first, 14-6. And it's been all Sacred Heart in the first early going, playing great defense. Richards, Emmy Lee, Holly Bonillo, Skylar Douglas, and Eden Sharpton coming in for the Lady Knights. Sorry for some technical difficulties here in the early first going of the second quarter as the Lady Knights have it. Douglas finding Sharpton down low. Sharpton getting the ball poked out by the Lady Blue Jays. And Nicole Richards will inbound it for the Lady Knights. Richards kicking it out to Holly Bonilla, Emmy Lee, three-pointer does not go. Board brought in by Eden Sharpton in the paint, kicking it back out to Richards. Richards, a three will go. It will not connect, and Christiana Newald will get the board. Ava Brummer hustling down court. As Leah Bergman will call a 30-second timeout, and we'll keep it here to thank some more of our sponsors. Copyco, online teams shop open and close, but at Copyco, you can get in the game with Sacred Heart gear all year long with t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and so much more. From football and basketball to cheer and debate. They can custom make anything so you can support your favorite student athlete no matter what team they play for. Copyco, serving Salina since 1991. Kansas Bankers Technologies. This broadcast is being presented in part by Kansas Bankers Technologies, aligning technology, compliance, and community banking. 7:24 here in the early going of the second quarter. The score hasn't changed. 14-6 it still is. Lady Knights on top. Richards, Emmy Lee, Addie Lee, Bonilla, and Eden Sharpton all on the court for the Lady Knights. Arnoldy will get the inbound. Nearly loses it, and she does again. Emmy Lee gets the steal, takes it up, and gets the answer off. Another turnover by the Lady Blue Jays as Emmy Lee gets another bucket to go as she gets an opportunity to make a three-point play to extend the lead out 11. Her free throw is up and bounces off the iron, but Nicole Richards there to inbound. It gets a rebound. Bonilla kicks it over to Richards. Down low, Sharpton kicks it back out to an Addie Lee that was not there. She cannot get it to connect. And the Lady Knights turn it over for just a third time in this first half. Lady Blue Jays in transition. 7 minutes left to go in the first half. Lady Knights up by 10, 16-6. Bergman at half court, trying to find Arnold, as Emmy Lee gets the steal once again, takes it to the board, gets down into the paint. The score does not go, but foul picked up on Addison Bergman. Lee with 5 points. Her first free throw is up and does not go. She gets another chance here at the charity stripe. Emmy Lee, a 5'5" freshman, getting some good quality playing time here in the early going as her second free throw goes. And she now has 6. Lady Blue Jays struggling again, trying to get it past. They do, hustling down court. As a foul called far side on the Lady Knights. That foul was called on Addie Lee. She picks up her first. 6.5 minutes left to go in the first half. 17-6 the score. The Lady Knights on top. Lady Blue Jays trying to inbound it. It rolls back to the far court. Emmy Lee has been a thorn in the flesh for the Lady Blue Jays in this early going. As the Lady Blue Jays throw it away, Emmy Lee gets it intercepted. She'll take it down into the paint, and her free throw will go off another turnover by the Lady Blue Jays, As the Lady Blue Jays get another backcourt violation. That's the second one. (19-6) the score. 6:04 left to go in the first half. Lady Knights with it. Addie Lee kicks it off to Douglas. Around the horn to Nicole Richards. Emmy Lee, she'll drive. She'll kick it back to Douglas. Douglas baseline. Her shot does not go. And brought in by the Lady Blue Jays. 19-6. As Eden Sharpton gets a foul picked on her. That's her second personal. As Ellie Campa checking in for the Lady Knights as well. Zelly Horonick checking in for the Lady Blue Jays. Blue Jays inbound it. Linnell Gingler trying to find Hornick down low. Does not get the shot to go, and it rolls out on the Lady Knights. Emmy Lee, the freshman for the Lady Knights, the only scorer here in this second quarter. She has 5 in this quarter, 8 total. As Linnell Gingler gets her inbound shot to go, and she now has 4. Trying to climb back. 5 minutes left to go in this first half. Addie Lee, a deep 3 ball. Bounces off the front iron and board brought in by Hornick. The Lady Knights defense again, they get another turnover as the Lady Knights take over again. Nicole Richards kicks it off to Douglas. Corner 3. It does not go, and she is fouled on the shot. She's going to the line to shoot Trey here. 4:54 left to go in the first half. 19-8 is the score. Douglas set to make 3 free throws as that foul was called on Zelly Hornick. Her first personal. Douglas. Couple warm-up dribbles. Her first shot. Bounces off the back iron and rolls out. And she'll have 2 more opportunities. The Lady Knights leading 19-8 with 4:54 left to go in the first half. Douglas, her second shot will go home. Douglas now with 9 points tonight. (20-8) the score. Douglas, Her third and final free throw goes home as well. Douglas now has 2 here in the second quarter. Lee gets it back, though, off another turnover by the Lady Blue Jays. Ellie Campa trying to put up a shot. It does not go. Ava Brummer with the board, and foul called on Ellie Campa, her first personal. Bergman inbounding for the Lady Blue Jays. Linnell Gingler hustling down court, high post. Stuck with it, kicks it off to Newald. Newald back to Bergman, here near side by the scores table. Bergman trying to take it. She cannot control it. Brummer, a wide open lane. She'll take it down and she will score. 21-10 the score. 4:20 left to go in the first half. Addie Lee, near side, thinks about the three. She'll kick it off to her sister Emmy. Emmy taking it down low into the paint. And is fouled going into the paint. Foul on the floor. That foul called on Addison Bergman, picking up her second personal. Nicole Richards throw it in for the Lady Knights. Scanning, looking, trying to find Douglas. Nearly stolen away, but Addie Lee there to save it. Lee, she'll hustle down. Mid-range jumper. Bounces off, does not go. Board brought in by the Lady Blue Jays. Lady Blue Jays moving it down court. Bergman throwing it. Out of control. The Blue Jays, they lose the ball handle and turn it over. Again here with 3:55 left to go in the first half. 21-10 the score. Addie Lee with it. Hustling down court. Crossing over Newald. Douglas baseline. She'll kick it out to Nicole Richards. Douglas finds a wide open three. It does not go. Board battled for. And last touch by the Lady Knights. It will go with the Lady Blue Jays. Lots of shooting, lots of defense, and lots of turnovers here in the first going for the Lady Blue Jays. With 3:30 left to go in the first half. 21-10 the score. As Linnell Gingler taking it down low herself. She'll kick it to Brummer. Brummer, a little mid-range jumper. Her shot will go. Ava Brummer now with 6 tonight. Emmy Lee, the 5'5 freshman, has it. She'll take it far side over to Skylar Douglas. Douglas bringing it back around the horn. Addie Lee now has it. Thinking about the three, does not. Nicole Richards, she'll take it. It's off. Board brought in by Skylar Douglas. Addie Lee, a three, does not go. Board battle for it once again, but the Lady Blue Jays get it with 3 minutes left to go, and they are trying to move it. Linnell Gingler, the control. Trying to find Bergman down low. Bergman's shot no good. Rebounded by Linnell Gingler. She puts it back up. The shot does not go, but foul called on the Lady Knights as she was shooting. That foul was called on Ellie Campa, picking up her second personal. Bryn Bouchard, a freshman, set to check in for the Lady Knights. 2:51 left to go, 21-12. Kelsey Onsat, a 5'5 sophomore, checking in for the Lady Blue Jays, as well as a freshman in Bryn Bouchard for the Lady Knights. As I said early on, Coach Hines touched on the rotation as he's moved the bench here a little bit in this early going of the first half. Her shot's no good. Lee hustling down court. Addie Lee gets it to go. As a couple ladies fell on the court, a foul called on the Lady Knights. That's Nicole Richards. She picks up her second now. 3 Lady Knights in foul trouble. Eden Sharpton has 2, Nicole Richards with 2, and Ellie Campa with 2. 2.5 minutes left to go. The score 23-12. As Linnell Gingler will go to the line to shoot free throws. Her first is up and no good. Set to shoot another. It bounces in. She's had 4 trips to the line, making one of them. 10-point lead the Lady Knights have. Emmy Lee has it. She'll drive down into the paint. Stuck with it, kicks it back out. Douglas has it. Around the horn to Addie Lee. Addie Lee, the three-pointer will go. Addie Lee with her second three tonight as the Lady Knights extending that lead by 13. Ava Brummer trying to find an empty one. Kicks it off. Nearly losing the ball handle. Linnell Gingler driving down, kicks it back to Bergman, and Addison Bergman will score for the first time tonight in the late going of the second quarter. 26-15 the score. 1:53 left to go in the first half. Lady Knights in control here in the first half. Addie Lee gets the feed by her sister Emmy. Lee kicks it around the horn to Douglas. Her three ball does not go. Board brought in by Addison Bergman. Linnell Gingler has it. Trying to find a screen. Can't get it to go. Nearly loses it, but Ava Brummer will drive it down. High post. Her shot will go. She now has 8 here in the early going. Skylar Douglas kicks it off around the horn to Addie Lee. Addie Lee, a deep three. Oh my gosh, she gets another one to go. She now has 3 3-pointers in the first half. She has 11 on tonight's contest. Linnell Gingler hustling down the court. Her layup does not go, gets her own rebound, and she's going back to the line for another free throw opportunity. Now her 5th chance as Skylar Douglas gets her second foul. Ellie Campa checking in for the Lady Knights with 59 seconds left to go in the first half. Linnell Gingler, another missed free throw opportunity. Just 1 for 5 from beyond the charity stripe. Campa checking in for the Lady Knights. Linnell Gingler set to shoot her free throw, and she gets that one to go in. Addie Lee throwing it one-handed down court to Skylar Douglas. Douglas back to Ellie Camp. Emmy Lee scores the three-pointer. It's been a 3-point shooting game for the Lee sisters. Wow. As the Lady Blue Jays answer, Olivia Ty trying to shoot the shot. She does not get it to go. Lady Knights in control. 35 seconds left to go as Douglas baseline. Her shot rattles out and board brought back in by Kelsey Olmsat. But they lose it. Douglas, an easy shot, does not get it to go. As the Lady Blue Jays turn it over again, their shot does not go. Board brought in by Linnell Gingler. She'll hustle down baseline. Nearly gets it stolen away, and she does. Emmy Lee getting a hand on that. Her sister Addie taking it down court, hustling. Her shot no good. And she's going to the line to shoot 2 with 7 seconds left to go in the first half. That foul called on Kelsey Olmsat. Her first personal. Addie Lee to shoot 2 free throws. Her first will go. Checking back in for the Lady Blue Jays, Zelly Hornick. Holly Bonilla checking back in for the Lady Knights. 33-18 the score. Addie Lee shooting her second. And she gets a perfect 2 shots at the charity stripe. 7 seconds left to go. Ava Brummer gets the inbound. She'll throw it off to Hornick. Hornick loses the ball handle. Holly Bonilla gets the steal. They're battling for it at midcourt. And a jump ball called as the buzzer goes off. And they call it as the Lady Knights heading into halftime, 34-18. We'll take a short break and be back with halftime wrap-up as well as an interview with Jeff Andrews.
Four walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today. Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Welcome back into the radio booth, brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine. As the Lady Knights at half, 34-18 the score. We'll run through some halftime stats here for this game and have an interview with the superintendent of the School of Salina Diocese, Jeff Andrews. The Lady Knights off to a strong defensive run as they only turned it over unofficially 3 times compared to 16 turnovers by the Lady Blue Jays. 3 main scorers for the Lady Knights in the first half. Addie Lee contributing 13. She's the leading scorer so far, having 3 3-pointers there in the second quarter. Skylar Douglas, the senior, having 10. And newcomer and Emmy Lee, the 5'5 freshman we all talked about all first half, she had 11. That wraps up the 34 points for the Lady Knights. Now we move on to the Lady Blue Jays of Beloit St. John's. They had 4 scores in the first half. Ava Brummer finished with 8. Addison Bergman with 2. Linnell Gingler with 6. And Christiana Newald with 2. The score 34-18 at half. We'll take a short break and have an interview with Jeff Andrews here on Salina Post.
In Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Welcome back into the Salina Regional Sports Medicine radio booth. Here I am with Jeff Andrews. Jeff, thanks for joining the halftime here. Tell us, you were the superintendent of schools at the Salina Diocese. Tell us a little bit about that. And what you do, what's your job, basically?
It's a lot. So we have 15 schools in the Salina Diocese. That's north central, northwest Kansas. So 10 elementary schools, 5 high schools that stretch from Manhattan in the east up to Hanover in the northeast up part of our diocese, and then out to Colby. So the 5 high schools, we've got Tipton Catholic in Tipton, St. Xavier's in Junction City, St. John's in Beloit, TMP in Hayes, and then Sacred Heart here in Salina. So my wife and son and I, we live here in Salina, just a couple blocks here from the school. So obviously we're involved a lot at St. Mary's and Sacred Heart here in town since we live here and go to church here in town. But I love getting out to all the schools in the diocese, and just saw a lot of kids from St. John's and Tipton at NCYC. We had a conference in Indianapolis 2 weeks ago, week before Thanksgiving, and we took 500 kids from the diocese on 14 charter buses and filled up Lucas Oil Stadium with 16,000 other Catholic youth from around the United States. And yeah, so it's really cool to then watch our kids, the same kids that were hanging out in a hotel a couple weeks ago, now competing on the first game of the year. So
kind of getting out and about and doing some other stuff, beyond just the school. But yeah, you touched on it. It's so neat to have both of these schools open the season playing here at Sacred Heart. It's a tradition that's gone on well before my time with Sacred Heart Sports. But it's so fun to get these schools together. You look around, the stands are packed on both sides. The student section shows up. It's so fun, the fan bases that come out to support both of these teams tonight.
Yeah, pretty fun for a Tuesday night, that they fill these stands. And it's fun because, when I look behind me and see all the people from Tipton and Beloit that are here to support the kids that make the drive here. And then across you see everybody from Salina, and all the kids see each other because maybe they went to our junior CYO camp at Rock Springs in 6th, 7th, and 8th grader.
Yeah.
Maybe they do some mission work together in the summer through our Prayer in Action. And, now I've got 3 St. John's Beloit grads teaching here in Salina. 1 teaches at St. Mary's, and then 2 help here at Sacred Heart and coach basketball.
So it's much more than just rivalry.
Yeah.
It's friend. It's cool that they can connect that way, during the summertime and not necessarily around school, but coming together and, supporting both teams in a game like tonight.
Yeah. We have great leadership. Like, my boss is our Bishop, Gerald Vinke, who's here tonight down there somewhere. He's probably mingling what he does best, but he's a people person. He's a true shepherd of our flock. I mean, we've got 84 parishes in our diocese along with our 15 Catholic schools. And so he leads, a bunch of priests and lay people who go out and try to do, God's work throughout our communities. And Bishop loves sports. So, when I texted him this morning, because I was out of the office doing some state accreditation stuff, and I said, hey, I'm at some state meetings right now, but just a reminder, we got St. John's and Tipton playing, at Sacred Heart tonight. He said, I know, I'll be there.
I'll be there, absolutely,
yeah.
for sure. And before we close the interview, I wanted to touch on something. You were a basketball man, got to coach at Salina Central. How was that transition from the coaching and teaching world into the admin position you are in today?
I think coaches make some of the best administrators. Not that I'm a great administrator. I don't know. We'll see what they say when I retire, I guess, whether I was good or not. But coaching definitely helped my leadership in administration, whether I was an assistant elementary principal or an assistant middle school, principal or a superintendent now. I think that, being an assistant football coach at Salina Central, being a head basketball coach at Salina Central really taught me how to lead, and I just learned a lot. Even being an assistant coach, I just watched what the head coaches did all the time. I took notes to make sure that, hey, when I'm a leader or when I'm a head coach, I'm going to try to do stuff like this and take bits and pieces. Yeah. And I was fortunate enough as a kid that, I grew up here in Salina, and my youth basketball coaches, one was the head coach at Central, one was the head coach at South, and they both had boys my age. And I grew up with a single mom, and so these 2 dads I just watched all the time. And so Denny Walgren and Jim Campion, taught me so much as a young kid that it was fun. Then when I became a head coach, I could look in the stands and they'd be up there sitting, or as I coach my son's 6th grade basketball team, Coach Campion will be around watching. And so it's really special that I think basketball teaches you a lot, sports do in life, about leadership and showing up and putting in the work. And I try to continue that as a superintendent. So
yes, absolutely. Well, Jeff, thanks for the interview. We just had an interview with the superintendent of schools at Salina Diocese, Jeff Andrews. We'll take a short break and be back with second half action for the Lady Knights here on Salina Post, brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina. Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at Southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Four walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Welcome back into the broadcasting booth. Here for second half action from Salina as the Lady Knights leading 34-18. The Lady Blue Jays starting off with it. Bergman far side, stuck with it in the corner. She'll find Newald. Newald hustling around the corner, losing it. Emmy Lee gets the steal. And the Lady Blue Jays committing a 17th turnover unofficially tonight. Nicole Richards kicking it off to Addie Lee. Addie Lee, a three, bounces off. Board brought in by Eden Sharpton, trying to kick it back out. And loses the ball handle as the Lady Blue Jays get the transition. They lose it. Emmy Lee nearly going out of bounds, throwing it back in. The Lady Blue Jays have it. And board not brought in. As Addie Lee in transition gets the score to go. Addie Lee now with 15. Bergman throwing it down court to Brummer. Brummer kicking it off to Kendra Gingler. As the Lady Knights poke it out, and the ball will stick with the Lady Blue Jays. 1:06 gone by. 36-18 the score. Gingler gets the inbound. In the paint, her shot bounces off the glass, gets her own rebound. As Addie Lee gets called with the foul down low, she picks up her second. Lee, Douglas, Campa, Richards, and Sharpton all with 2. As Bergman gets the feed down low, gets it tipped. Ava Brummer gets it back. Her shot rattles out, and board brought in by Skylar Douglas. Douglas hustling down court. Douglas, one of the 3 seniors on this year's squad for the Lady Knights. As Emmy Lee has it. Douglas, a 3. Bounces off. And Linnell Gingler gets the board. Linnell Gingler hustling down, gets it picked away yet again by Emmy Lee. Emmy Lee with many steals tonight for the Lady Knights. Hands it off to her sister Addie Lee, and Addie Lee answers with a 3. She now has 18. The Lady Blue Jays get the inbound. And Nicole Richards picks up her 3rd foul as she's trying to steal it away from Gingler's inbound. Richards now with 3. Bergman throwing it in. She'll get it to Linnell Gingler. Gingler moving down. Richards guarding her. Screened by Ava Brummer. Bergman loses the handle. Addie Lee with the steal. Addie Lee with the answer. It rattles off. And Brummer with the rebound. Linnell Gingler, the lone senior on the squad, taking it down the court. She'll kick it off to Ava Brummer. Ava has it. Near side. 5:25 left to go in the 3rd. Linnell Gingler, her shot does not go. Bounces off the side of the glass. Addie Lee with the board. She's trying to get trapped here. She gets out of it, takes it across midcourt. Gets it handed off to Douglas as the Lady Blue Jays get a foul. That foul called on Christiana Newald. She picks up her first personal in the 3rd quarter. Kelsey Olnsatz is coming in for the Lady Blue Jays, a 5'5" sophomore. Douglas inbounding it. She gives it off to Emmy Lee. Emmy drives down into the paint. Stops, kicks to Eden Sharpton. Sharpton shot, no good, bounces off the glass, and Olnsat gets the board. Nearly traveling, but she holds that foot. She does not move. Brummer now has it. Has not crossed midcourt. She does now. Emmy Lee hustling, and Lee gets it poked out, and it last touches the Blue Jays, though, as they turn it over once again here in this 3rd quarter, as the Lady Knights nearly turning it over as Richards pass in to Addie Lee, nearly rolls out of bounds, but she saves it. Nicole Richards near side. Emmy Lee, her shot goes. Emmy Lee having quite the first game of her season. Just a freshman, a bright future in the one Lee sister. Both Lee sisters shooting phenomenal tonight. Bergman, her shot, no good. Board brought in by Skylar Douglas. As the Lady Knights lose the ball handle underneath. Coach Hines calls a timeout with 4:15 left to go in the third quarter. 41-18 the score. It'll be the Lady Blue Jays ball after this timeout, brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine.
At Vernon Jewelers, we believe jewelry is more than just an accessory. It's an expression of who you are. It's also a piece of your life that can be passed down through the generations. That's why our expert team is here to listen, understand, and help you find that piece that speaks to your story. We're not just your local jeweler. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in celebrating life's precious moments. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. In our 141st year, we are not old. We're just really good at what we do.
4:15 left to go in the third quarter. The Lady Knights expanding that lead, 41-18. As the Lady Knights have shot lights out thus far. The Lee sisters combined for 31 points so far. Addie Lee with 18 and Emmy with 13. Lady Knights inbound it. Addie Lee has it. She'll kick it off to Ellie Campa. Campa to Douglas. Douglas hustling down. Kicks it off to Addie Lee. Addie Lee, she's open. She's going to shoot it. But she hands it off to Douglas. Douglas hustling down into the paint. Nearly losing the ball handle, and she does as Addison Bergman gets the steal, kicks it back off to Olmsat. Her shot does not go. Eden Sharpton with a physical rebound, and she'll bring it home for the Lady Knights. As Emmy Lee getting it connected to Addie. Ellie feeding it down to Emmy Lee. Emmy battling for it under the paint, gets it stolen away. And the Knights kick it off on the Blue Jays. The Knights will have it with 3:28 left to go in the third quarter. Holly Bonilla checking back in for the Lady Knights. All three seniors on the court for the Lady Knights. Holly gets the inbound to Campa. Campa around the corner to Holly. She thinks about the three. She'll take it, and it goes! Holly checks in, and she gets her first shot to go, and it's a three-pointer. 44-18 the score. 3:10 left to go in the third quarter. Brummer has it for the Lady Blue Jays. She'll feed it off to Gingler. Gingler hustling down the court. Her shot bounces off. It's short. Linnell, her sister, with the board. Her shot doesn't go. And board brought back in by Kendra Gingler. Back out to Ava Brummer, and her shot will go. Her first shot coming at the 250 mark. She now has 10. Addie Lee baseline, hustling out, kicks it back out to Bonilla. Emmy Lee feeds it to Eden. Her shot blocked, and board brought in by Christiana Newald. Kendra Gingler stuck with it. She'll kick it off to her sister Linnell, and Linnell nearly losing it. Trying to feed it down to Bergman, and it's stolen away. Lee feeds it to Sharpton. Sharpton, her shot goes! Eden Sharpton scores for the first time tonight as the Lady Knights extending the lead to 26. 46-20 the score, 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. As Skylar Douglas set to check back in for the Lady Knights. Linnell Gingler being trapped by Sharpton. Great defense this third quarter, only allowing 2 points so far as Emmy Lee gets her first foul tonight. Colby Eilert, the 5'9 freshman, checking in for the Lady Blue Jays. Brummer inbounding it. She'll kick it off to Linnell Gingler. Linnell's shot high off the glass. Rebounded by Newald. Newald gets the shot to go. Lady Blue Jays now have 4 points here in this third quarter, excuse me. Holly gets the feed, kicks it back out to Douglas. Douglas around the horn. Emmy Lee hands it off to Addie Lee. Campa to Addie Lee. Back to Campa. Olibania nearly losing the ball handle. She gets it back. Tipped by Linnell Gingler. Ellie Campa gets it. Being trapped. Double teamed. Holly has it for the Lady Knights. Addie Lee thinks about the three. No, she'll drive baseline. Her shot will go. Addie Lee scores again here in the third quarter. Nicole Richards set to check in for the Lady Knights. As Eilert driving, her shot blocked by Emmy Lee. Fighting and battling for it on the ground. A jump ball called, and the arrows going to the Lady Knights with 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Nicole Richards checking in, as well as number 14, Lexi Feist. Feist has it. Douglas to Richards. Feist far side. Trying to find Campa down low. She turns it over. As is the Lady Blue Jays turning it over. One turnover here, one turnover there. As the Lady Knights have it. Douglas, crossover move, drives, kicks it back out to Feist. Around the horner to Benin. Douglas drives. What a drive and what a shot. Skylar Douglas scores for the first time here in the third quarter. 17 seconds and ticking. Brummer has it. Looking for a final shot. 50-22 the score. Linnell Gingler drives. Her shot bounces off board, brought in by Eilert. Her shot no good. Battling for it still. Clock rolling. Bergman gets the rebound, gets the shot, does not get it to go. As the third quarter buzzer sounds, 50-22 the score. We'll take a short timeout and be back with fourth quarter action here on Salina Post.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Fourth quarter action about to start here in Salina as the Lady Knights leading 50-22. I'm Noah Helgett. Nick Garst behind the camera bringing you the live action on Salina Post Sports Network. As the ref handing it off to Bergman. Bergman, midcourt, looking, scanning, kicking it off to Linnell Gingler to start the fourth quarter. Linnell kicking it off to Newald. Newald losing the ball handle. Douglas gets in there, gets a hand on it, and is called with a reach-in. Skylar Douglas picking up her third personal, just 9 seconds into the final quarter. Newald feeding it down to Gingler. Linnell's shot does not go, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two. She's been to the line 6 times, only making 2. That foul was called on Eden Sharpton. As Gingler's 7th free throw bounces off. Eden picking up her third personal. Gingler will make her second though. She now has 7. Addie Lee getting the ball handle, kicks it off to Nicole Richards. Lee hustling down court to Douglas.
He said 22, but he said 21.
Emmy Lee kicking it back out to Richards. Around the horn to Douglas. Douglas will drive. She'll kick it back out to Emmy Lee. Emmy thinking about driving. Kicks it off to Richards. It's nearly tipped. Lee Addie, that is, will drive baseline, kicking it out to Douglas. Douglas's three bounces off and rolls into the hands of Addison Bergman. Bergman kicking it to Linnell Gingler. Douglas getting a hand on it, and Emmy Lee getting the interception on that one as the Lady Blue Jays turn it over for the first time in the fourth quarter. Lady Knights in transition, and Eden Sharpton gets the score. 52-23 the score. 6:50 left to go in the fourth. As Gingler's three does not go, Douglas with the rebound. And she is mowed over by Christiana Newald, picking up her second personal at the 6:48 mark here in the fourth. Douglas taking it across midcourt for the Lady Knights. Emmy Lee, a wide open three, she'll take it, and it'll go home. Emmy Lee now with 16. It's the challenge of which Lee can score the most tonight for the Lady Knights. As the ball tipped out of bounds by the Lady Knights, it's sticking with the Lady Blue Jays as Holly Bonilla checks back in for the Lady Knights, as well as Ellie Campa. Gingler gets the inbound, and she's traveling underneath the basket in the paint, and they get another turnover, and the Lady Knights taking over. 5:55 left to go. Emmy Lee hustling down court. Emmy at the logo. She'll drive right, gets it tipped, and the Lady Knights cannot control it. Linnell Gingler there to save it for the Lady Blue Jays. She'll take it in her own hands across the midline for the Lady Blue Jays. Ava Brummer stuck with it. Emmy Lee trying to poke at it. She gets it out. Addison Bergman feeding it down to Kendra Gingler. And a reach-in foul called on the Lady Knights. Addie Lee, that's her third personal. 5:15 left to go. Richards gets the rebound. Addie Lee kicking it off to her sister, Emmy. Emmy feeding it to Holly. Holly, her shot is no good, and she's going to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Her first free throws of tonight. That foul called on Ava Brummer, her second. Holly Bonilla, a senior on this Lady Knights squad, as her first free throw is up and goes home. Checking in for the Lady Blue Jays, Kelsey Onsat, a 5'5" sophomore, at the 5:25 mark. Holly's second free throw bounces off, and board brought in by the Lady Blue Jays. 56-23 the score. The start the Lady Knights were wanting. As Linnell Gingler gets the feed and gets the shot to go home. Knights in quick transition. Emmy Lee feeding it to Addie. Around the horn to Holly. Holly kicks it to Emmy Lee. Emmy Lee's three bounces off the front iron. Rebounded by the Lady Knights. Addie Lee has it now. Passing it around, passing it side to side, as Addie Lee has it at the top of the key. Just cracking some more time off. Campa gets the feed, Campa gets the shot. And a jump ball called as the Lady Blue Jays get a hand on it. Good call underneath the basket as Skylar Douglas and Bryn Bouchard checking in for the Lady Knights. Checking in for the Lady Blue Jays, Christiana Newald. Emmy Lee taking a seat. Douglas, corner three, yes! Skylar Douglas gets another Lady Knight three to go. As Feist is set to check in for the Lady Knights. 2:55 left to go. Gingler, her shot does not go. Douglas with the board. Douglas hustling out. Looking down court. Kicks it to Addie Lee. Lee under the basket. Yes! Addie Lee with another basket. She now has 22 with 2:30 left to go in the game. 61-25 the score. It's been a huge second half defensively for the Lady Knights as Coach Hines empties the bench. 2:15 left to go in the game. Running clock it is, 61-25 the score. And Skylar Douglas picking up her 4th personal as Coach Hines empties the bench. Christiana Newald at the line to shoot 2. Her first free throw is off.
Hey, check in.
As a slew of Lady Knights checking in. Tonley Iron checking in for the Lady Knights, as well as Feist, as well as Bouchard. Jessica Jasso, and number 11, Natalie Woodall. Lady Knights holding the Lady Blue Jays to just 3 points. As Newald gets her second shot to go. She has 5. Minute 10 left to go. Lady Knights losing the ball handle. Tonley losing it. Homestead gets the board. Does not get it to go as Colby Eilert gets the board and gets her first shot tonight with under a minute left to go. Woodall with a move. Lady Knights get it. Feist kicks it to Tonley Ein. Woodall feeding it down low. Jessica Jasso gets her shot to go. The bench getting a little action here in the late going. 30 seconds in, time rolling. 63-28 the score. Blue Jays empty their bench as well. Keeps in a few starters. Bergman just inside the 3-point line. Her shot no good. Board brought in by Bouchard. As time will run out, Woodall hustling across court. 7 seconds and ticking. They get it past half court. Time will run out as Feist holding it. 63-28 the final. We'll take a short break and come back with final game wrap-up here on Salina Post, brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine.
Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
From Tipton, Father Jared Conradi from St. John's, Father Carrie Nyman.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back into the Salina Regional Sports Medicine radio booth. I'm Noah Helgett. Nick Garst bringing you the live stream brought to you by Salina Post as the Lady Knights pick up their first one of the season and move to 1-0 overall after defeating the Beloit St. John's Lady Trojans 63-28. We'll start with the Lady Blue Jays scoring. They had 5 different scorers in this contest as Ava Brummer was the leading scorer with 10, Addison Bergman with 2, Linnell Gingler, the lone senior on the squad, finished with 9. Christiana Newald, had 5. And rounding out the line, scoring for the Lady Blue Jays, Colby Eilert had 2. The Lady Blue Jays shot 50% from the charity stripe. They made 6 out of 12 and committed unofficially 25 turnovers. in this contest, which really hurt them from the early going. Half of those coming in the first half really hurt the Lady Blue Jays, as the Lady Knights really answered and scored off those turnovers. Did a fine job in this contest as the Lady Knights put up 63. A high-scoring one for the Lady Knights. Addie Lee will come home as the leading scorer. She finished with 22. Skylar Douglas with 15. Eden Sharpton with 4. The freshman and Emmy Lee finished with 16. What a game she had. Jessica Jasso had 2 in the fourth quarter. She was one of the ones that came off the bench and got some playing time, as well as Holly Bonilla, the senior. She finished with 4. Like I said earlier, jokingly, and it was the Lee sister show, as Addie had the leading scorer with 22 and Emmy with 16. They combined for 38 points in this going. What a showing by those two, as well as the rest of the team. Shot fairly well from the free throw line, 7 for 11, and unofficially only committing 6 turnovers, so that was huge, and that's what Coach Hines and I talked about pregame, containing those turnovers and winning underneath the basket, which they did. Emmy Lee did a phenomenal job defensively, getting some turnovers, getting the steals, and they did a fine job in transition, getting it to go home and score. We'll take a short break. Men action next here on Salina Post as the Lady Knights get their first win of the season. They're sitting at 1-0 going into Friday's contest. They win this one 63-28. We'll be back with Lady Night action on Friday from Clifton Clyde. We'll take a break. Be back with men action here on Salina Post, brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there, Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie, where we can get you a flush and a rush. How can we help you flush today?
Oh, it smells like something died out by my septic tank. It's bad.
Oh no, I know that smell you're talking about. Cole!
I smelt it from here.
Flush! The freakishly fast frog!
I'll follow the funk. It's not a dead animal, sir. It's your septic tank venting gases. Oof. She's full, real full.
That's a smell.
I've got to get back and tell Callie. Callie, he needs a pump out, quick.
Already got a pump truck rolling.
If you need a flush and a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
We guarantee to inspect your septic issues within 24 hours.
Or you get a free septic tank pump out worth $399.
Lily Pad Septic.
We'll be there in a splash.
Callie, quick, kiss me. That stink stuck to my skin.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, good. I can smell other things again.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at Southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
At Maui.
Welcome back into the radio booth. I'm Noah Helgett. Nick Garst bringing you live action from Salina Post Sports Network as the Lady Knights just concluded their game, winning 63-28. We move on to the men's tonight as the Lady Knights move off the court. We're warming up for men action as the Knights looking to bounce back after a phenomenal season last season, 20-0 until they met Bennington here at home in the sub-state game that they got defeated. One they definitely want back, and I look at the 2A, our 2A division, and 2A is just absolutely stacked. Sacred Heart opened the season ranked 6th. Sterling is top 5. Rossville is top 5, which Rossville and Sacred Heart will meet at the Irish Classic next week, as well as Mound Ridge, El Saline. Lots of teams that will be stellar and teams to be looking at going into postseason. But here in the early going, this game, we moved to this game as the Knights had a phenomenal game last year, winning 91-59 at Beloit. 23 pointers were made in that contest, a game I will never forget. as it was my first season with the Knights, broadcasting, now entering my second season. You're super excited to get started. But we look ahead for the Knights this season, returning 4 out of 5 starters. Leading scorers are back. Will Tuttle back for his senior campaign, he was a leading scorer, led with 20 points. Looking back to where they were, they're wanting to get back so bad. Coach Gormley talks about it all the time. It's 1-0 each day, and taking it one game at a time, seeing how it goes, seeing how it connects. The leadership mentality has not changed either. The huge impact losing Carson Lehman last year, but returning 9 Lettermans. Will Tuttle, a second-team 2A All-State, first-team All-League. Like I said, averaging 20.6 points per game, shooting from 48% from beyond the arc, and rebounding nearly 7 rebounds a game. Noah Hines, another great returner, a junior, first-team All-League, averaging 12.1 points per game, shooting from the three-point line 42%. Luke Colin, a senior, started all 21 games last season, averaged 5 points per game, but shot 51% at the line. Dom Matucci, honorable mention, All-League, averaging 7.3 points per game as well. Maddox Wells, another starter, going to come in crucial here. The quarterback for the Sacred Heart Knights. Quite the season they had, a turnaround season, mid-season. They looked fun to watch. Maddox Wells, third-team 2A All-State, first-team All-League, averaging 8.2 points per game. A strength returning 4 out of 5 starters. 9 Lettermen off a team that won 20 games last year is huge. But, a few challenges looking ahead, a little difficult schedule. Seeing Rossville early on in the season, that'll be a ranked 4 to 6. Rossville is 4, Sacred Heart is 6. That'll be a huge game next week in the Irish Classic. And, adding the Hillsborough tournament for the first time, that's going to attract some really phenomenal teams and, some good challenges. Sacred Heart, they love the challenges and they can adapt and look really, really good at the end. We'll take a short timeout and be back with starting lineups here on Salina Post, brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine.
Women's Clinic, we're here for women and what matters most to them. From understanding your monthly cycles to growing a family or navigating menopause and everything in between. Our experienced team of OBGYNs include Drs. Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, Rosh, and Jones. Maori Women's Clinic is located in Salina, and we invite you to come experience a team that values expertise, care, and compassion, because you matter more at Maori.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Welcome back into the Salina Regional Sports Medicine radio booth. I'm Noah Helgett, bringing you tonight's men action from Sacred Heart. Nick Garst up top on the camera, bringing you the live stream on Salina Post. You can view that on salinapost.com. The link above just to join and watch the live stream here from Sacred Heart. We'll start with the starting lineups for St. John's. They're starting 4 seniors, a huge senior class. One of their seniors out with an ankle injury, John Mick. We talked about that earlier. They'll start a 5'8 senior in Grant Goodacre, a 6'2 senior Edward Hornick, a 5'11 senior Caden Raby, a 6'1 senior Gabriel Roderick, and rounding out the starting lineup for the Blue Jays, a 6'2 junior Dominic Eilert. Head coach Lance Bergman assisted by Parker Gates. And we'll move over to the Knights starting lineups. Coach Gormley starting a 6'1 junior Noah Hines, 5'8 senior in Luke Colin. The leading scorer, a 6'4 senior Will Tuttle, a junior in Dominic Matucci, and rounding out the starting lineup for the Knights, a 5'9 junior in Maddox Wells. We'll take a short timeout for the national anthem and be back with tip-off here on Salina Post. A beautiful national anthem by one of the Lady Knights squad as the starting lineup's underway here for the Knights. Just want to touch over again for the Knights. A little bigger senior class than last year. Cohen, Tuttle, and Disberger. The starters you'll see the most this season. Hines, one, he stands tall. He's a great shooter. Great shooter. Stands underneath. He's everywhere. He's quick and shifty. You'll lose him. You'll lose him every game. He's a fun guy to watch underneath the basket, and he could shoot from beyond the arc. Luke Cullen, a 5'8" senior, a quick, shifty defensive guy. The one stealing it's going to be him. He is phenomenal poking that ball out and getting teams to turn it over, and they get it in the hands of none other than Will Tuttle, that 6'4" senior, averaged 20.6 points last season. A guy, phenomenal shooter, all-state player. Lots and lots of people talking about him having a phenomenal season this year. Sports in Kansas covered him big time, and he's going to be fun to watch, and he's going to be one to help this Knights team move forward. Dominic Matucci, another player. He is quick, he can shoot, and he's a great defender. And rounding out that starting lineup, Maddox Wells, another great shooter. Head coach Brian Gormley in his 15th season, trying to get to the 250th win mark this season. John Darrow, second season underneath Gormley, as well as Braden Dameron. Last season, like I said, cut short to Bennington here at home, looking to bounce back and get even farther than last year, as this Knights team will be fun to watch this year, a high-scoring Knights team. As Edward Hornick and Tuttle will jump mid-court. Perfect all season until sub-state. We'll see if they can do that again this year, as Hornick, Tuttle to jump. Hornick will win the jump. The Blue Jays in their away blues. Black numbers and white stripes down the side. The Knights in their home whites, gold numerals, gold stripes down the side. As Goodacre will shoot the first three, it won't go. Noah Hines with the board. Hines hustling down court. He'll feed it to Wells. Wells in the paint. Kicks it back out to Matucci. Colin back to Matucci. Near side. Matucci hustling, driving. He'll put up a shot. It'll bounce off. Board battled for, brought in by Edward Hornick. Hornick taking it down the court for the Blue Jays. Hornick, a 6'2" senior, hands it off to Goodacre. Goodacre rolling around the screen by Eilert. Tuttle, lockdown defense. Wells hustling, trying to get it. Goodacre's shot does not go. Board battled for by Raby, and it was last touched. It was a foul. Foul was called on Dominic Matucci. That was his first personal here in the early going. Goodacre to throw it in for the Blue Jays. Looking for Hornick. Hornick gets the feed. Wells trying to pick it. Wells with Hornick. Hornick, a nice little jumper. He'll get his shot to go. And Edward Hornick puts the Blue Jays on the board first here for the contest. Maddox Wells driving it across midcourt. He'll kick it to Tuttle. Nice little handoff back to Wells. Wells driving and gets tripped up going down into the paint. That foul was on number 2, Grant Goodacre, his first personal. Minute 20 gone by. The Blue Jays leading 2-0. Tuttle gets the inbound. Tuttle, he'll drive. He'll kick it back out to Colin. Colin over to Wells. Wells, an open three ball. It's short. Board brought in by Hornick. Hornick hustling down the court. Coach Bergman calling out the play. They're running it. Goodacre thinks about the three. He keeps it. Kicks it back out to Edward Hornick. Hornick calling the play. Stack defense for the Knights. Tuttle moves off his defender. Clicks with Hornick. Hornick still on Tuttle. Great defense by Tuttle. As Maddox Wells gets the ball back, kicks it off to Tuttle. Tuttle hustling down the court. He'll drive. He'll shoot. and he'll score for the Knights. Will Tuttle scores for the first time off the Blue Jays' first turnover tonight. Goodacre has it, being guarded by Matucci. Dom playing great defense here in the early going. The Blue Jays answer. Raby, he'll drive, his shot no good. Board brought in and battled for. Last touch by the Blue Jays, and the Knights will take it over here. 5:39 left to go in the first quarter. It's all tied up 2-2. Maddox Wells walking it down the court for the Knights. He'll kick it to Tuttle. Tuttle rolls around screen, drives, kicks it back out to Hines. Hines, little jumper, it was short. Hornick with the rebound. Hornick driving. His shot, he shoots it, but he's traveling on the way, kind of a roll around jumper off of Hines, but Hornick turns it over as he's called with the travel. Their second turnover here in this going. Wells gets it picked away by the Blue Jays. Gabe Roderick. A little too much contact for the refs. That's the Blue Jays' second foul. Hines throws it in to Matucci. Matucci baseline drives. He's under the basket, stuck, trying to find a way out. Ooh, nice little pass to Hines, but Hornick was there to intercept it and turn it over on the Knights. He gets it stolen away nearly. Colin gets a hand on the feed to Roderick, and it's staying with the Blue Jays as Goodacre will throw it in for the Blue Jays here to Raby. Raby back to Goodacre here near side, thinking about the three. He'll send it to Eilert. Eilert at the charity stripe. Raby has it. Raby nearly gets it picked away by Colin, and Colin gets called with the reach in. His first personal, second team. 4:42 left to go in the first quarter, all tied up 2-2. Goodacre throwing it in baseline. Feeds it to Eilert. Eilert, his shot no good. Board brought in by Tuttle. Tuttle looking for it. Getting it down to Wells. Wells on over to Hines. Hines will drive. Tuttle, a three. Bounces off the iron. Poked out. Colin trying to save it. Kicks it out to Hornick. Hornick hustling down court for the Blue Jays. Lots of turn of emotions there. As the Blue Jays jumper, Gabriel Roderick shoots it from the charity stripe. His shot is good. 4-2 the score. Hines near side corner with it, moving left to right. Colin, he'll drive. He'll put up a shot off the glass. It rolls off, and Roderick with the board. Hornick has it. Hornick near side, throws it across court to Goodacre. Goodacre calling out the play. Ben Disberger set the check-in for the Knights. Raby rolls around the screen. Colin reaching for it, has to be careful, already got one foul. Hines guarding Hornick. Hornick drives, puts up a shot, it rolls off. Eilert with the rebound, and Eilert with the score. 6-2 the score here in the early going. The Knights looking for a score. Slow start for the Knights. Haven't had much time to really set something up. It's been very defensively as Will Tuttle answers with a three ball. 6-5 the score. The Blue Jays leading. Tuttle with all 5 points for the Knights. Raby has it far side. He'll kick it off to Hornick. Hornick a three. It's short, and it's tipped by Wells. No, they called it just short by him. Last touch by the Blue Jays. And the Blue Jays will turn it over with 2:50 left to go here in the first quarter. The Knights take over. Ben Disberger checking in for the Knights. And Greg Walter, a 6'2 senior, checking in for the Blue Jays. Ben Disberger gets the feed, hands it back off to Wells. Wells baseline. Back out to the elbow to Disberger, and Disberger gets a shot to go right out off the bench. Nice little elbow shot by him. Now the Knights take their first lead. Goodacre loses the ball handle, tipped by Colin. Colin guarded well by him. Hornick with it. Hornick, a great shooter for the Blue Jays squad. Nice feed to Eilert. Eilert down low. And a foul on Ben Disberger, his first personal. Pushing foul underneath the basket. That was clear as day. As Goodacre gets the inbound, he'll kick it off to Roderick. Roderick does not get a shot to go. Tuttle with the board. Tuttle throwing it down court to Hines. Hines drives. Hines, his shot does not go. Disberger with the board and Disberger with the shot. 9-6 to score. 1:40 left to go in the first quarter. Things clicking for the Knights. Ben Mars set to check in for the Knights here late in the first quarter. Blue Jays here in a little scoring drought as their shot does not go. Hines feeds it to Colin. Colin, his shot short, rebounded by Disberger. Disberger put it back up from the corner, bounces off. Board brought in by Walter. The Knights on a 5-0 run with 1 minute left to go here in the first quarter. Eilert with it, near side, being guarded by Disberger. Walter has the top of the key. Hands it off to Goodacre, around the horn to Hornick. Hornick, baseline, jumper, does not go. He's going to the line to shoot 2 free throws. As the Knights foul, that foul was called on Ben Disberger, picks up his second already. Ben Mars set to check in for Disberger as he picks up his second and gets in foul trouble real quick here for the Knights as Edward Hornick's first free throw is up and rattles in. Hornick set to shoot another one. 9-7 the score, 47 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Hornick, his second, rolls off. Hines with the board. Hines hustling, moving down court. Fast pace. Colin, baseline, he'll drive. Kicks it back out to Wells. Wells, a three. Bounces off. Raby with the board. Colin pokes it out. But Roderick with the handle. Roderick drives, top of the key. He'll put up a shot, and he's called with the walk going in. Nice guarding by Luke Colin indeed as the Blue Jays commit their fourth turnover. Will Tuttle checking back in for the Knights. Luke Colin taking a seat with 22 seconds left to go in the first quarter. "19 seconds and ticking. Wells walking it up. He'll stop here near side. Being guarded well. They're going to keep it for the last shot. Wells drives far side. Matucci with it. Corner three. Short. Tuttle fighting for the board. Hornick gets it for the Blue Jays. Hornick throws it down to Raby. Raby, a buzzer beater shot, rattles out. 9-7, your end of your first quarter score. The Knights on top, leading by 2. We'll take a short break. Be back with second quarter action, here on Salina Post, brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance.
At Maui Women's Clinic, we're here for women and what matters most to them. From understanding your monthly cycles to growing a family or navigating menopause and everything in between. Our experienced team of OBGYNs include Drs. Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, Rosh, and Jones. Maui Women's Clinic is located in Salina, and we invite you to come experience a team that values expertise, care, and compassion, because you matter more at Maui.
9-7, your score going into the second quarter. The Knights, a slow start, but they took command. Down 6-2. They were on a 5-0 run. And the Blue Jays ended that with Hornick's free throws. 9-7 starting the second quarter. Maddox Wells with it, top of the key. Quick toss to Tuttle. Tuttle, screen, hands it off to Wells. Wells baseline, his shot no good. Matucci with the board. Matucci gets it stolen away. He tries to get it back. But the Blue Jays in command with it. Goodacre near side in front of the Sacred Heart bench with it. Kicks it to Hornick. Hornick drives, kicks it back to Eilert. Around the horn to Goodacre. A deep three for him. It rattles off. Hornick with the board. Hornick gets 2 boards out of that, and he gets the shot to go for him. Luke Colin set to go in for the Knights. All tied up 9-9. Tuttle. Turnaround jumper. It goes. What a shot by Will Tuttle. Will now has 7. 7 of the 11 points. 1 minute gone by. 11-9 the score. Goodacre being guarded by Noah Hines. Top of the key. He'll drive. Paint. Little jumper. It rolls in. Grant Goodacre scores for the first time tonight. All tied up 11-11. 6:45 left to go in the first half. Wells drives. Kicks it back out to Matucci. Matucci will drive baseline. Throws it across to Mars. He cannot get it to go. And Roderick gets the turnover, gets it for the Blue Jays. Hornick, baseline, kicks it back to Eilert. Eilert, his shot will go. That was Dominic Eilert with that shot. Great point opportunity for the Blue Jays coming off the Knights turnover. As Hines passes it to Wells, the Blue Jays called with the kick. As Mason Brown and Luke Cohen checking back in for the Knights. 6:14 left to go in the first half. Knights down by 2, 13-11. Cohen to inbound it. He'll throw it into Wells. Wells near side. Feeds it to Tuttle. Tuttle getting set. He'll shoot. It'll roll out. He'll get his own rebound, and Will Tuttle gets it to go. He now has 9. It's all tied up again, 13-13. Blue Jays nearly losing the ball handle. Tuttle, phenomenal defense so far. As Roderick gets the feed and turns it over, Wells, fast break. He's hustling down court. He's driving down. He'll take it all the way, and he'll get it to go. The basket goes, but they're calling that foul on the floor. That foul was by Grant Goodacre. That's his second. Checking in for the Blue Jays, Carson Thomas. Hornick checking out. 5:44 left to go in the first half. Low scoring one so far. Blue Jays outscoring the Knights so far. Mason Brown gets the inbound. His shot does not go. He ends up on the ground. He's going to the line to shoot 2. Mason Brown, a senior on this squad. That foul was on Caden Raby, his first personal. Mason Brown, a senior on this squad, getting some playing time here in this first half. His first free throw up and no good. His second short as well. Nope, didn't touch the rim. They call it dead ball. Hornick checking back in. Goodacre taking a seat. Noah Hines as well checking back in for the Knights. As the refs having a little conference here mid-court. Some confusion on a couple of them here. Checking with the scores table. Everything's good to go. Blue Jays inbound it. Roderick taking it across midcourt. He'll stop. Top of the key. He'll shoot a 3. It rattles out. Board brought in by Eilert. Eilert's shot is blocked, and Tuttle makes contact with Eilert's shot. Will Tuttle picks up his first personal. Dominic Eilert going to the line to shoot 2. He has 4 so far in this contest. Dominic's first shot is up and short. Misses the rim. 5:34 left to go in the first half. 13-13 the score. Eilert's second from the charity stripe is up. Bounces off as well. Hines with the board. Hines hustling down the court. Stops. Pauses. Hands it off to Matucci. Matucci drives down into the paint. He'll put up a shot. And he's fouled going down into the paint. That foul was called on Carson Thomas. His first personal, picking up a quick foul here in the early going. As Dominic Eilert will take a seat for the Blue Jays. Matucci throws it into Brown. Brown a 3, yes! Mason Brown, the senior off the bench, comes in, misses his free throws, but hey, he answers back with that corner free throw right in front of the Sacred Heart student section, and boy howdy did they love that one. 16-3 the score. Thomas trying to find an open guy. He'll find Walter. Walter stuck with it. Walter, top of the key. He gets called with the travel. Picks up both feet, and that was a travel right in front of the baseline ref. And they get another turnover here in the second quarter. Matucci with it. 4:54 left to go in the quarter. Matucci top of the key. He'll take it near side, trying to find Tuttle down low. Tuttle struggling. He'll kick it back out to Hines. Turns it over. Hornick hustling down court. He'll get his shot to go off the turnover. Edward Hornick checks back in and gets the score. As the Knights hustling down the court, the Blue Jays tip it out. 16-15 the score. 4.5 minutes left to go here in this first half. Colin will kick it off to Matucci. Matucci hustling down the line. He'll kick it back out to Hines. Hines baseline. Shot. Mason Brown gets the board, gets the shot. Mason Brown now with 5. Thomas with it. He'll kick it off to Roderick. Roderick to Walter. Walter top of the key. Kicks it back off to Thomas here in the corner. Kicks it off to Hornick. Hornick a 3. No. Noah Hines with the board. Hines hustling down the court. Kicks it off to Matucci. Matucci will drive into the paint. He'll put up a shot. It bounces a few times and it'll go in. You count it. Dominic Matucci answers for the first time tonight. And he'll be at the free throw line to try and make that a 3-point play in the early going of this second quarter. .350 left to go in the first half. 20-15 the score. Matucci at the line. His free throw rattles off. Walter with the board. He'll kick it off to Brooks Dunstan. Dunstan hands it off to Hornick. Hornick top of the key. Quick and shifty he is. Thomas now has it. Hands it back off to the shooter. Hornick hustling. Hornick nearly loses it. Walter with the grab. He'll hustle back around the edge. Brown kicks it off to Hornick. Hornick has it at the logo. Hornick trying to find the post down low in Eilert. Cannot find him. Walter top of the key. Back to Hornick. 3:10 left to go in the first half. Thomas top of the key. Cannot find anything. Nearly turns it over. Hornick saves it though. Hornick, he just wants to drive. He drives. Stolen away by Matucci. Tuttle driving. Tuttle, he'll answer, and his shot will go. Will Tuttle answering off the Blue Jays turnover. Tuttle, what a drive, what a shot. But that credit goes to Dominic Matucci with that feed by him. Great hustle by him. Checking back in for the Blue Jays, Grant Goodacre, Caden Raby, and number 21, Gabriel Roderick, excuse me. 0 for 3 from the charity stripe so far for the Knights. Will Tuttle make his first? Yes, he will. He makes his three-point play as Tuttle will set down and take a breather. Luke Cullen checking in for him. 23-15 the score. Trying to expand this lead. Separated by 8 points with 2:55 left to go in the first half. Goodacre with it for the Blue Jays. Matucci playing lockdown defense. Getting a hand on it, trying to steal it away again. And he does, nearly does. And it's poked away by the Knights right in front of the scores table here. And the Blue Jays will inbound it. Caden Raby to inbound it in front of the scores broadcasting booth here. Raby scanning. He'll throw it to the backcourt to Goodacre. Goodacre trying to feed it. And kicked out by Colin. Stays in the same spot. 2:39 left to go in the second quarter. Goodacre gets the feed. He'll drive around Raby's screen. Brown on Goodacre. Goodacre will drive baseline. His shot rattles off. Board battled for by Hines. A foul was called. And that foul called on Noah Hines going in for that rebound. A pushing foul underneath the basket as Will Tuttle set to check back in for the Knights. Mason checking out. Wells, Tuttle, Colin, Hines, and Brown all in for the Knights. Goodacre has it. Goodacre will kick it off to Raby. Around the horn to Eilert. Eilert kicks it back to Hornick. Hornick, a corner shot, goes from the top of the elbow. Hornick, his shot will go, and Coach Bergman wants a timeout. 30-second timeout called by Coach Bergman. We'll keep it here and thank some of our sponsors. Messenger Total Promotions, the official apparel provider for the Salina Post sports team, is Messenger Total Promotions. See them in downtown Salina for local high school swag like hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and more. They can custom make anything and also have school items for your car. Messenger Total Promotions in Minneapolis, Salina, and Junction City. Salina Regional Health Center is hiring. See all their open positions and start your new career today with Salina Regional by visiting srhs.com. Kansas Bankers Technologies, you're watching courtesy of Kansas Bankers Technologies, your trusted partner in bank-focused IT strategy and compliance. 23-17 the score, 2:11 left to go in the first half, the Knights leading. Luke Cullen throws it in for the Knights. Will Tuttle controlling it. Wells, a corner three. Kicks it to Colin. Colin, hits the corner three, and he gets his first shot to go in the second quarter. Roderick kicks it off to Goodacre. Goodacre finally gets it across midcourt. Hornick, a deep three. It goes. Hornick, quite the first half for him. As the Blue Jays trying to close in on this lead. 6 points separate them. Knights leading 26-20. As Walter set to check back in for the Blue Jays. Roderick picked up his third foul. That's 5 team fouls. That sends Wells to the line for 2. His first is up and goes in. Wells, his second short. Hornick gets the board. And a foul. Was called on the Knights. I did not get the number. It was Luke Cullen, I believe. (26-21) the score. Minute and a half left to go in the first half. Hornick drives it to the corner, kicks it back out to Goodacre. Goodacre, a shot, no good. Eilert with the board. Eilert puts it back up It does not go. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That foul was on Maddox Wells. That's his first personal. Eilert, his first free throw is up and hits the rim short. This is his first 3 from the stripe. His 4th shot. He'll shoot. It'll rattle out 2. Will Tuttle with the board. He hands it off to Wells. Wells across the court to Hines. Hines hustling, drives, kicks it back to Wells. Wells, an open shot, and he'll get it to go. Maddox Wells now has 4. 28-21 the score. Eilert with it. Open shot. He'll kick it off to Caden Raby. Raby, a 3. Rattles off. Tuttle with another board. Matucci with it midcourt. He'll run. He'll hustle. He'll kick it to Wells. Wells, he'll drive. His shot short. Board brought in by Dominic Eilert. 28-21 the score. 45 seconds left here in this first half. Eilert has it. Eilert doesn't take the shot. He'll hand it off to Hornick. Hornick, he'll take a 3 shot. It's short. Rattles out. Ends up on the band deck, Tuttle will inbound it. 30 seconds left to go on this one. We'll see if they hold it and take one last shot. .14 seconds left, 28-20. Wells holding it, getting the call from Coach Gormley. 7 seconds, Wells to Matucci. Matucci gives it to wide open Tuttle. Oh my, it's good, Will Tuttle. You saw that one going up and you knew what was going home. Will Tuttle gets the buzzer beater 3 to go into halftime, score 31-20. We'll gather some first half stats and be back with Coach Carl Hines' interview here on Salina Post.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Welcome back into the radio booth. Halftime of the boys game, 31-20 the score. The Knights on top. We'll cover some first half stats after our interview with Coach Carl Hines of the girls team. Coach Hines, congrats on the big opening win, a huge one it seemed like. And, I covered it, seemed like a lot. It was the Lee sisters. It was their game. Yeah, it seemed like she a lot of the turnovers. I had unofficially 25 turnovers for St. John's. They struggled from the get-go, but Emmy, she was poking them out like crazy and feeding them back down low to get something going. Many of those times it worked out in the hands of the Lady Knights. But yeah, getting those turnovers, I'd like to know how many steals she had at the end of the day.
We'll get back and scout that. I bet it was 10. But I think everybody kind of got involved with jump passing lanes. But she is good. She can go side to side. Her lateral ability is amazing.
Yeah. I think it's a little rivalry maybe. See which sister win, At the end of the day, I'm sure there's quite the rivalry between those two. Yeah, for sure. No, but I thought defensively, you guys did really, really well.
Yeah. We knew that they were going to be on the glass.
Yeah.
We had to limit second chance points, and I think we did that for the most part. We got a little bit sloppy there late in the third quarter, but we battled. We were tougher than I anticipated tonight, and my hat goes off to the team. They communicate. We picked up full court. Even in the half court, we were pretty good. Then we play with the pace, like you said. We get a turnover. We've got wheels.
Yeah, move it real quick, and it gets back. And I had to run and get the program because we talked about the rotation at the beginning of the game. It was nice that you had quite the rotation going down the bench the whole game, getting some of the newer girls in. Holly had some good playing time, the senior. You said it was really, really important to get that rotation moving. How do you think, hard to say here in the first going, but this first game, I thought it went really well.
Yeah, and we leaned on a couple players for a lot of minutes, but Holly Bonilla came in and did an amazing job. Belly Camper came in and gave us some minutes. We had to go when her and Eden got 2 fouls, we went to Bryn. Bryn's a young gal, but she's learning. She plays hard. She understands. She's got a good IQ, and it's good to get some of those girls some minutes, and especially early on.
Yeah, and in the end, it's it's nice to couple minutes left on the clock, empty the bench, and have some of those underclassmen play. Get some time, couple scores here and there. Enjoying varsity ball on the court. As the Lady Knights pick up their first win of the season, 63-28. They play at Clifton Clyde this Friday. Coach, good luck. Thanks for your time. As we'll take a short break and be back with second half action here on Salina Post, brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie, where we can get you a flush and a rush. How can we help you flush today?
Oh, it smells like something died out by my septic tank. It's bad.
Oh no, I know that smell you're talking about. Cole!
I smelt it from here.
Flush the freakishly fast frog.
I'll follow the funk. It's not a dead animal, sir. It's your septic tank venting gases. Oof, she's full.
Welcome back into the Salina Regional Sports Medicine radio booth. Third quarter action just ready to start. The Knights leading by 11, 31-20. Raby will inbound it for the Blue Jays. Things clicking a lot better for the Knights there in the second quarter. Getting the opening season jitters out. As the Blue Jays turn it over with their opening possession, the Knights looking to answer and capitalize off some of these turnovers the Blue Jays have committed. A few more than the Knights. Hines kicks it back out to Tuttle. Tuttle, a deep three. Yes, Will Tuttle. The three-man himself. 5 threes so far in this contest. They want to hit like they did last year. They got a ways to go. Like I said earlier, 20 threes they made in Beloit just a year ago in this game. 34-20 the score, minute gone by. As Goodacre trying to feed it to Raby. It's tipped by the Knights, and Hornick inbounds it in front of their own bench. Goodacre feeding it back to Raby. Raby, corner. Looking, nearly gets it stolen away again from Colin. Colin, he gets it stolen away. Yes, he does. Colin driving. He'll shoot and he'll score. Luke Cullen. Another steal for him. Defensively, he has played phenomenal, and he answers off their turnover. He has 5 so far in this game, contributing to the 36. Knights now extending their lead. The Blue Jays in a scoring drought. Hornick trying to get an answer. He'll drive. He'll shoot. It battles off. And Luke Cullen called with the blocking foul. He picks up his second at the 6:32 mark in the third quarter. Goodacre kicks it off to Hornick. Hornick, a little baseline shot will go. Edward Hornick now has 14. Wells kicks it back down to Hines. Hines, he'll put it up. His shot does not go, but he's going to the line to shoot 2. Hines, in a drought so far, he has not scored a shot here. 36-22 the score. 6:22 left to go in the third quarter. Hines, his first free throw is up, and it's good. Ben Disberger checking in for the Knights. He has 2 fouls in this one, checking in. Hines his second. Rattles in, he's perfect. 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. That foul was called on Hornick down low. Hornick only has 1 foul so far. 38-22 the score still. Edward Hornick top of the key. Tuttle hustling with him. He'll move, he'll slide. He'll kick it off to Goodacre. Goodacre in the paint, kicks it back out to Eilert. And it's tipped by the Knights. The feed Eilert was wanting, he couldn't get. Raby to throw it in for the Blue Jays. Trying to find Hornick. Hornick with it. Hornick, the sharpshooter for the Blue Jays. Goodacre, though, he'll take a 3. It's short. Hines with the board. Tuttle has it, gives it off to Wells. Wells to Matucci. Matucci down the paint. His shot, just short. And a foul called on the Blue Jays. That foul on Caden Raby. That's his second personal. Foul was on the floor. It's going to be Matucci to inbound it for the Knights. Hines baseline, kicks it back out to Tuttle. A 3. Yes, indeed. It bounces off, though. Disberger with it under the basket. Tuttle gets it back. Matucci, he'll drive baseline. His shot is up. It goes in, but he's fouled going in. That foul is on Caden Raby. Picks up 2 real quick fouls here. Tuttle, corner 3. No, sir. Rebounded by Gabriel Roderick. As Goodacre gets fouled by Tuttle. Tuttle, he'll pick up his second. The Knights, no one in real foul trouble so far. Cullen has 2, Tuttle has 2, and Disberger has 2. Goodacre feeds it off to Eilert. Eilert back to Goodacre. Goodacre will drive baseline. A foul called on the Knights. That's Matucci. Blue Jays get the inbound. Roderick out to Goodacre. Goodacre a 3. No, sir. Roderick with the rebound. He'll kick it out to Thomas. Thomas, he'll put up a 3 ball. It's out. And rebounded by the Knights. Disberger fights for that one and gets it. Tuttle in transition. Tuttle will drive. He'll trying to find Wells. And it's tipped out by the Blue Jays in Goodacre. And it's staying with the Knights underneath the basket. 4:53 left to go in the third quarter. 38-22 is the score. Matucci to inbound it. He'll throw it in to Hines. Hines getting it stolen away. Baseline, Goodacre in transition. Goodacre over to Hornick. Hornick, he'll drive. He'll put up a shot. It's blocked by Tuttle. Tuttle with the shooting foul. Will picking up his third personal. Edward Hornick going to the line to shoot 2 in the third quarter. 4:44 left to go in the third quarter. Hornick, his first free throw is up and good. Luke Colin checking in. Will Tuttle taking a seat with 3 fouls. 4:44 left to go in the third. 38-23 is your score. Hornick makes his first, and makes his second as well. Just their third made free throw tonight. Wells to Matucci. Matucci, he'll take it baseline, down into the paint. He'll drive, he'll put up a shot. No good, and foul. Shooting foul called on Thomas for the Blue Jays. That's his second personal. Matucci going to the line to shoot 2. Matucci has 2 points so far. His first free throw is up. Bounces a few times and rolls in. Perfect from the charity stripe. 39-24 the score. 4:33 left to go in the third quarter. Mason Brown set to check in for the Knights. As Matucci's second free throw rattles in. Knights just extending their lead now. Blue Jays in transition. Thomas. He'll kick it over to Eilert. Eilert looking for the ball. Couldn't get to it. And the Blue Jays turn it over for the second time in this third quarter. And a full timeout called by Coach Bergman of the Blue Jays. And we'll take that full timeout with you here on Salina Post, brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Into the end zone! It's a Sacred Heart touchdown! Listen up, Knights fans. CopyCo is your home for all the gear you need to show off your Sacred Heart pride this school year. In addition to what you'll find on the racks, CopyCo also offers custom printing so you can support any student athlete in any activity, from football and basketball to choir and debate. From t-shirts and hats to hoodies and so much more, your home for Sacred Heart gear is CopyCo in Salina, located at 2346 Planet Avenue.
Welcome back into the Salina Regional Sports Medicine radio booth. As coming off a timeout by Coach Bergman from the turnover they just had. Coach kind of wanted to call it in, get something figured out, as the Blue Jays have turned it over a couple times here in the early going of the third quarter. As the Knights try to answer, oh boy, Disberger's shot rattles out. Colin gets the board. His shot doesn't go. Blue Jays in transition. 3:55 left to go here in the third. Goodacre kicks it back off to Hornick. Hornick has it. Thomas, a corner three. It'll go. Carson Thomas gets his first points of the game, and it's a 3-shot. 40-27 the score. As Hornick gets the steal and gets the shot to go. Edward Hornick gets the answer off the turnover by the Knights, as Coach Gormley calls a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout, and we'll keep it here to thank some of our sponsors. CopyCo, online team opens and close. Online team shops open and close. But at CopyCo, you can get in the game with Sacred Heart gear all year long, with t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and so much more. From football and basketball to cheer and debate. They can custom make anything so you can support your favorite student athlete no matter what team they play for. CopyCo, serving Salina since 1991. Salina Regional Health Center is hiring. See all their open positions and start your new career today with Salina Regional by visiting srhs.com. You're watching courtesy of Kansas Bankers Technologies, your trusted partner in bank-focused IT strategy and compliance. 3:22 left to go in the third quarter, 40-29 the score. The Knights have it at the top of the logo. Matucci rolling around Disberger's screen. Matucci looking, scanning. He'll kick it off to Colin. Colin at corner three. Yes, Luke Colin answers off the timeout. Goodacre takes it in, and he'll get his shot to count. Hines feeds it down to Brown, and it's last tipped by the Blue Jays. Checking in for the Blue Jays, that's Walter. Hines, a three. No, sir. And he's fouled with the shot coming down. Carson Thomas with his second foul. Noah Hines going to the line to shoot 3 shots. Hines, his first shot is up and good. Carson Thomas picking up his third on that 3-point shot by Hines. He'll get 2 more opportunities from the stripe. His second is up and rattles out. Hines, a junior on this Knights squad. His third is up and good. Ben Mars set to check in for the Knights. Noah Hines taking the seat. Roderick gets the inbound to Hornick. 45-31, the score. 2:30 left to go in the third quarter. Hornick thinks about the shot. No, he'll hand it off to Roderick. Roderick driving down into the paint, trying to find somebody to kick it back out to. He does. He gets Walter. Walter with the shot. It's short. Board brought in by Matucci. The Knights doing a great job underneath rebounding. Matucci, he'll drive down into the paint, and he's called with the travel going down in. Knights turning it over again here in the third. Dominic Eilert and Caden Raby checking in for the Blue Jays. Raby gives it out to Eilert. Raby has it, gives it off to Hornick. Hornick to Raby. Raby, he'll drive down into the paint, and he's fouled. Pushing fouled. That foul was on Ben Mars. That's his first personal. Raby, his first free throw is up and rattles off. Caden Raby, one that has not connected a shot so far tonight. He gets 2 chances at the line here late in the third quarter. His second free throw is up and misses as well. Mason Brown with the board. The senior stepping up off the bench, playing really good. He has 5. Matucci, he'll drive near side. Gets stuck in the corner. He'll kick it back out to Colin. Colin, he'll drive in the paint. Ben Mars, a 3. It's short. Raby with the board. 1:40 left to go in the third quarter. Eilert, he'll put up a shot. It won't go. Disberger with the board. Matucci hustling down the court. He'll kick it to Colin. Colin, a corner 3. No, sir. Raby with another board. Roderick set to check in for the Blue Jays. As Walter gets the feed. Greg Walter with his first basket tonight by a feed by Eilert. Great pass by him indeed. Dominic Matucci has it. He'll take it near side. Big time screen by Mars. Rolls Hornick nearly over here to the scores table. We saw that one as Colton Sprague checks in for the Knights. Sprague checking in for Mars. Mars sitting down with 2 fouls. Goodacre gets it stolen away by Colin. Colin hustling. Kicks it off to Sprague. Sprague back to Colin. Colin, his shot no good. Brown with the board. And foul called on Gabriel Roderick, his 4th personal. Luke Colin going to the line to shoot 2. (45-33) the score. Colin, his first free throw is up, and it's good. 51 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The Knights up by 13. His second is up and good as well. Colin with 10. As Sprague trying to steal it away, he's called with the foul. That's his second personal. Five team fouls, sending Caden Raby to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. His first is up and rattles home. That's Raby's first point of the contest. He'll get one more. It's up, and it rattles off. Colin jumping to the sky to get that board. He'll take it down the court himself. He'll kick it to Matucci. Over to Brown. Brown, top of the key. Feeds it to Colin. Colin back out to Sprague. Sprague back out to Brown. Brown, he'll drive, and he's called with the walk. As the Knights will turn it over here in the late third quarter. Hornick with it. He'll bring it across the midcourt, 25 seconds. Calling out the play. Holding it for the last shot. Asking coach, good to go. He goes. Takes it far side. Backs it back out, looking at the clock. He knows the time. He knows the time. 47-34 the score. 5 seconds to go. Coach says go. Hornick loses the handle nearly. 2 seconds, 1 second. Buzzer. Has to shoot it. And Hornick wastes lots and lots of time trying to spin, make it look cool. It does not work out for him. And that's the end of the third quarter, 47-34. We'll take a timeout and be back with fourth quarter action on Salina Post, brought to you by Salina Regional Sports Medicine.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie, where we can get you a flush and a rush. How can we help you flush today?
Oh, it smells like something died out by my septic tank. It's bad.
Oh no, I know that smell you're talking about. Cole!
I smelt it from here.
The freakishly fast frog!
I'll follow the funk. It's not a dead animal, sir. It's your septic tank venting gases. Oof. She's full, real full.
That's the smell.
I've got to get back and tell Callie. Callie, he needs a pump out, quick.
Already got a pump truck rolling.
If you need a flush and a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
We guarantee to inspect your septic issues within 24 hours.
Or you get a free septic tank pump out worth $399.
Lily Pad Septic.
We'll be there in a splash.
Callie, quick, kiss me.
Welcome back into the Salina Regional Sports Medicine broadcasting booth, as the Knights start the quarter with the ball. Tuttle gets it down low and it rolls out. The board struggled for, but last touch by the Knights. The Blue Jays will take over here in the early going of the fourth quarter. The Knights looking for a score. Eilert, he'll take it down for the Blue Jays in the paint. Nice little shot by him, and he'll get it to go. Eilert has 6. The Blue Jays running out of time. Tuttle driving top of the key. Dominic Eilert gets fouled at the top of the key. That's his first personal. Eilert getting his shoe tied. Pause of game. All right, we're resumed. We're ready to roll. Hines will inbound it. Gives it off to Sprague. Sprague back to Hines. Hines baseline. Tuttle. Tuttle puts up a shot. Hornick goes sailing. Foul was on Hornick, I believe. Edward Hornick was credited with that one. That's his second. Tuttle to shoot 2. His first is good. Tuttle with 19. Free throws have came in handy for the Knights as Tuttle hits yet another one. Tuttle now with 20. Goodacre has it. Goodacre being fouled by Sprague, 43. That's his third. Goodacre to throw it in for the Blue Jays. He'll throw it in. He'll kick it off to Eilert. Eilert, top of the key. He'll turn around. He'll just shoot it. It's short. Tuttle with the board. Tuttle kicks it off to Wells. Wells hustling down the court to Disberger. Disberger cannot get the handle. Looking for that lob. It does not go. And the Knights will turn it over for the first time in the fourth quarter. 49-36 to score. The Knights leading by 13. 6:45 left to go in the game. Be sure to stay around post-game as we'll have Coach Gormley come in for a coach's interview at the conclusion of this one. Hornick, his 3 ball does not go. Sprague with the rebound. He'll hustle down court. He'll hand it off to Hines. Hines over to Tuttle. Tuttle thinks about that 3. He doesn't. He'll drive it down into the paint. It's short. Board battled for, and the winner was Raby. Raby for the Blue Jays. He'll take it down himself. Hustling down. He'll hand it off to Roderick. Roderick, his shot doesn't go. It's board brought in by the Knights, and they're battling for it, and a foul called on Walter for the Blue Jays. That's his first personal. Dominic Eilert taking a breather. Will Tuttle will throw it in for the Knights. Will Tuttle has 20. Maddox Wells gets it across the court. Coach Gormley calling a 30-second timeout with 5:57 left to go in the fourth. The lead 49-36. Messenger Total Promotions, the official apparel provider for the Salina Post sports team, is Messenger Total Promotions. See them in downtown Salina for local high school swag like hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and more. They can custom make anything and also have school items for your car. Messenger Total Promotions in Salina, Minneapolis, and Junction City. 5:57 left to go in the contest. The Knights leading by 13, 49-36. The Blue Jays not trying to give up. Still battling, still trying. Looking for a score. Hines, he'll inbound it. He'll kick it back out, backcourt to Wells. Wells, he'll hustle. He'll hand it off to Hines. Hines around the corner, drives down into the paint. Go ahead, take her home, and he does! Noah Hines, he gets his shot to go. And foul going up. He ends up on the ground. He'll have an opportunity for a 3-point play as Grant Goodacre picks up his third personal. Hines taking a breather. Getting ready for his free throw. He's made 4 tonight. Make that 5. Hines with 7 now. Roderick hustling down the court. Gets stopped by Tuttle, top of the key. Roderick, he'll take it down low. Nearly picked away by Wells. Nice block by Tuttle. And a shooting foul called on Tuttle. Too much contact going up. Will Tuttle will pick up his 4th personal with 5.5 left to go in the game. Gabriel Roderick, he is set to go to the free throw line. Roderick's first is up and no good. Roderick, a 6'1 senior, his second will go. Gabriel Roderick now has 3. Hustling down the court, and the Knights lose the ball handle. Steps out on the far side in front of the Knights student section, and they turn it over for the second time in the 4th quarter as the Blue Jays take control, top of the key. Goodacre has it. He'll take it far side. And Tuttle called with some contact there. Light contact, I see. As Luke Colin coming back in for the Knights. He'll check out Colton Sprague. Roderick gets the inbound, kicks it over to Raby. Raby around the horn. Eilert down low, post up, baseline. And he's fouled down low. Disberger gets called with his 3rd foul. Roderick inbounds it to Hornick. Hornick's shot is good. Edward Hornick scores for the first time here in this 4th quarter. Foul down low by the Blue Jays. That foul called on Grant Goodacre. That's his 4th personal. Luke Cullen set to shoot 2 free throws from the charity stripe. 5:02 left to go in the game. Cullen has 10. His first free throw is up. Bounces off the front iron. Disberger, Matucci, Colin, Wells, and Hines all on the court for the Knights. Colin, his second free throw is up and bounces off the back iron. Disberger trying to get the board, but Roderick wanted it more. Goodacre hustling around Matucci. Matucci called with the reach-in foul, and Dom picks up his 3rd foul. Sprague set to check in for the Knights. Foul trouble we are now. Goodacre, his first free throw is up and rattles out. Matucci checking out for the Knights. Goodacre, his second is up and good. Hines, he'll hustle, he'll drive, he'll shoot. Bounces off. Hornick with the board. Hornick drives down the lane, crosses over on Colin, nearly loses it. He'll kick it back to Goodacre. Goodacre around to Eilert. Eilert, a 3-ball, bounces off, and board brought in by Colin. Colin hustling down the court, crosses over Hornick, finds Sprague. Around the corner to Wells. Wells, he'll drive, and Grant Goodacre picks up his 5th. Goodacre fouls out with 5 points, fouls out, 4:21 left to go in the 4th. Wells His first free throw is up and good. Maddox Wells, a junior. His second will go up and rattles out. Disberger, though, with the rebound, and Disberger with the putback. Ben Disberger. Great job of getting in front, getting the board, and putting it back up like he's coached to. Coach Gormley stresses on that. Fight for it and put it back up. Get something out of it. 55-40 the score. 4 minutes left to go in the fourth. Roderick, baseline, down to Eilert. Eilert, his shot is good. And Coach Bergman calls a timeout. He calls a full timeout, and we'll take that full timeout with you here on Salina Regional Sports Medicine.
In Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
At Vernon Jewelers, we believe jewelry is more than just an accessory. It's an expression of who you are. It's also a piece of your life that can be passed down through the generations. That's why our expert team is here to listen, understand, and help you find that piece that speaks to your story. We're not just your local jeweler. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in celebrating life's precious moments. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. In our 141st year, we are not old. We're just really good at what we do.
55-42 the score. Just under 4 minutes left to go in this one. Coach Bergman calls a timeout. After Eilert's shot, the Knights will take over. Tuttle will throw it in for the Knights. Hustling. Straight press defense by the Blue Jays. Tuttle, he'll get it. Off to Hines. Hines hustling down the court. Nearly loses the handle. He'll give it off to Disberger. Disberger down low. His shot stuffed. And comes out with it. That's Raby. Raby will kick it off to Dunstan. Dunstan turns it over. And Noah Hines will take it. Hines will hustle. Down the court. He'll kick it off to Colin. Colin around the horn to Tuttle. Hines feeds it to Disberger. Disberger, post up, turns around, kicks it back out to Wells. Wells, a three, yes! Maddox Wells answers with that nice feed from Disberger. Disberger trying to post up, do something down low, couldn't get it to work. He finds wide open Maddox Wells for that nice three-point shot. As Thomas answers for the Blue Jays with a shot, it does not go. Dunstan with the board, and Luke Colin coming in with the foul. That's his third personal. Brooks Dunstan, a 5'10 sophomore, going to the line to shoot two. Looking to score for the first time tonight. His first is up and rattles off. Free throws have not been good to the Blue Jays. Dunstan, his second is up. And it'll go home. Brooks Dunstan gets a point for the Blue Jays as Roderick checks back in for him. Tuttle looking for somebody to throw it into. He gets it off to Wells. Wells hustling around the corner, calling out the play. Hustling back, Tuttle has it. Blue Jays look out for the sharpshooter and Will Tuttle, Noah Hines, Maddox Wells. All the shooters are out. Wells, he'll drive down, gets another feed by Disberger, and Wells gets it to count. Wells has came in huge in this fourth quarter. Eilert for the Blue Jays, he'll just drive it down. His shot doesn't go. Dominic Eilert, is going to the line to shoot two. Ben Disberger picks up his fourth. Eilert with 8 so far. 2:26 left to go. 60-43 the score. Eilert, his first, bounces off, rolls it around, and finally rolls back down in for his first free throw, make of the night. His second. He'll shoot it, and it'll go in. 2 for 2 on that try. Tuttle trying to inbound it. Feeds it to Wells. Wells looking, scanning, getting trapped in the corner. Tuttle there to help him. Tuttle at the logo. He gets it past half court. Tuttle, he'll just go ahead and drive down. He'll put it up. It's short. Board battled for. Flying around on the ground. Last touched by the Knights. No, excuse me. That was the one ref was saying it was out. The other I saw called a foul, so they have the foul. That foul was called on 22, Caden Phillips. Tuttle, his first is up and rolls in. Tuttle, his second is up and good. Eilert hustling down the court, finding Raby. Raby nearly never saw it. Hornick has it. Hornick, he'll drive, and Luke Colin picks up his fourth personal. Dominic Matucci set to check in for the Knights. Hornick, his first is up and rattles out. (62-45) the score, 2:01 left to go in the game. Hornick, his second is up and rolls in. Hornick with 21. Will Tuttle hustling around the edge. He'll take it in, far side, kicks it back around the horn to Wells. Wells over to Hines. Hines backs it up towards the logo. Looking for a play call. Hornick there trying to steal it away. Trying to play keep away. Tuttle ends up on the ground. Matucci ends up with it. Disberger down low. Feeds it to Hines. Hines down into the paint. His shot is up and good. Nice physical shot by Noah Hines. Hornick feeds it to Eilert. Eilert gets the shot to go. Eilert, nice feed by him. 64-48 the score, 1:20 left to go. And a 30-second timeout called by the Blue Jays. We'll take a 30-second timeout with you here on Salina Regional Sports Medicine Radio booth.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
1:20 left to go in this one. The Knights a commanding lead, 64-48. Will Tuttle will unbound it for the Knights. Here in the late going, everything is clicked for the Knights. Hines feeds it off to Colin. Colin around the horn to Hines. Minute 10 left. Hines, he'll drive. Around the horn to Tuttle. Playing keep away. Little slow start to the game. Both teams really. Lots of scoring by both. Both very aggressive defensively and offensively. And Tuttle ends up with it. And Roderick nearly tries to foul Tuttle. Tuttle drives down into the paint. And Carson Thomas picks up his fourth foul. Tuttle going to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Tuttle 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Tuttle, his second free throw is on the way. Will, his second is up and good as well. Tuttle still perfect from the free throw line. Great opening night for Hines and Tuttle. Brown and Marsh checking in for those two. 66-48 to score. 40 seconds and ticking. Be sure to stick around for the post-game interview by Coach Brian Gormley after the conclusion of this one. As Colin is fouled, he picks up his fifth. Colton Sprague checking in for Colin. Colin fouls out with 10 points tonight. Edward Hornick to shoot. Hornick, his shot is up and good. (66-49) the score. His second is up and good as well. Mars gets the inbound. Matucci nearly getting it stolen away. Matucci ends up on the ground. No foul call. Wells gets it, and Wells is fouled. That foul was on Gabriel Roderick, and he fouls out. Carson Thomas with 4. He could foul out here shortly. Checking in for Roderick, that was Greg Walter. He has 1 foul. He's made 2. Wells, his free throw is up and good. Maddox Wells. And the students go crazy. They sure love basketball season back. Long bleacher over on the home side. It's full day in and day out. And they go crazy on that one. Sprague gets the board. Time is going to run out, and the Knights are going to pick up their first win of the season, 67-50. We'll take a short break and be back with final game recap as well as a post-game interview by Coach Brian Gormley here on Salina Post.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Welcome back into the Salina Regional Sports Medicine radio booth. The Knights pick up a 67-50 win over the Beloit St. John's Blue Jays. I'm joined alongside Coach Brian Gormley. Coach, overall, great win. You know, a little slow start, I thought. But Will, you know, that senior mentality, the leadership, things started to click, and I thought things kind of turned around pretty darn quick.
Yeah, you know, both teams do a really good job at guarding hard, and you could just tell, you know, first game out, both teams needed to be able to find ways to attack that, and it did. I mean, what was it, a 9-7 first quarter? And, you know, we're just keep staying what we're doing, and we closed the half really well, and probably was just the biggest run for us of the game was that last 4 minutes of the second quarter.
And the end of the second quarter, a lot more threes. You know, it felt like when Will touched it, he was going to, you know, make it open and get that shot to connect. And I had, Will and Maddox did phenomenal there late in that second quarter. You know, just kind of touch. You lost one senior last year. It was huge. You return, I think it was 9 lettermen and 4 out of the 5 starters. You know, how big is that coming into the season, having most of your guys back, especially your leading scorers.
It is huge. I mean, everybody loses somebody, and we lost a good one in Carson Langman.
Yeah.
But the guys we have back, the experience they gained last year, and quite frankly, the good ball they played last year. I know everybody has some expectations this year, and it's not going to be easy, but it could be a lot of fun.
And, I saw the rankings come out today. Rossville next week. Rossville's 4, Sacred Heart's 6. Brookville, El Salina is top 5. Sterling is up there. It seems like the 2A. I mean, it's hard to tell early on in the season, but you get late, holy smokes, there's a lot of huge caliber teams to go through.
Yeah, I mean, obviously in the 2A, we have that Rossville game circled. We've had some good games with them at Chapman. They're going to bring back 5 of their top 7 off a team that went to state last year, lost El Salina by 3 or 4, I think, at the tournament. And they bring in really their 3 best scorers. Jack Donovan is about as good a scorer in 2A basketball, and he was, I think, the first team All-Stater last year. Miller kid, and then the coach's son, he handles the ball so well. As a matter of fact, he gave him a nice little run in that state game last year. He's caused us problems since he was a freshman. So I'm glad this is the last time I got to see
for
him.
sure, yeah.
But, we got Clifton Clyde Friday night, and then we open up with Chapman next Tuesday. Then we got the Rossville game on Friday.
For sure. Yep, like Coach said, Clifton Clyde Friday night, and then the Irish Classic next week as the Knights pick up a 67-50 win and move to 1-0 on the season. A great start to the season, Coach. Thanks, and look forward to it.
Appreciate it, Noah. Look forward to seeing you all year.
Thank you. And that's it. Both Knights teams sweep on the night. Both move to 1-0. We'll have Friday night action and Clifton Clyde, brought to you by Tyler Henry. I'm Noah Helgett. Nick Garst on the camera. We thank you and say good night.